the U.S. is going to hell. My friends, get woke, go broke comes in many different shapes and sizes.
Tim Pool and the right wing has been losing their mind over a sport they don't watch. I'm not 100% sure where the sudden concern. So we hear a lot about this. We hear a lot about this. The hell is that? What is this? Well, I know that. Wait a second. Did this die off for a second? No, this is still running. I thought that was weird. 1 second. The stream is not down. Right? Right? Uh-huh. Okay. No. Okay. Everything's still functioning the way it should be. Okay. Just making sure. Anyway, what was I saying? Right. So the right wing has been trying to make this argument, or at the very least, they've been pretending to care about women's sports so that they can, discriminate against trans people for the last better part of the last year now. Even though at pretty much every opportunity that they can get, they take that opportunity to deride, to mock, and otherwise demean the existence of women's sports. They do this because, and let's be clear, they hate women. There's really no other explanation. It's just conservatives, your Matt Walsh's, your Ben Shapiro's, all the rest. They hate women. They like women when they are, when they are weak, when they are needing their protection, when they feel that they are above women. That's when they like women. But if there's ever a scenario where a woman breaks out on her own or shows some kind of, independence, that is when the conservative movement, that's when the knives really come out. And somebody who they've been particularly, or at the very least, well, I should say they're intermittently interested, is Megan Rapinoe. She is a women's U.S. soccer player. I won't pretend to know much about the soccer, the soccer scene in the United States, because most Americans don't really give a shit about the soccer scene in the United States. But a player. She's on the women's team. A strong advocate for LGBT rights. Somebody with blue/green hair. I don't know what color that's supposed to be. Kind of looks greenish to me, but maybe it's blue. I don't know. I don't really care. And because of this, because of her outspoken support of LGBT rights, and because of the color of her hair, and because at the end of the day, she's an athlete, she's a woman athlete, the right wing hates her for that. For all of those things in combination, while all at the same time. It truly bothers them to their core that one woman could be all of these things: an athlete, an advocate, all of these things. So naturally, they've suddenly been, I haven't heard about Megan Rapinoe in probably, again, the better part of a year, but now that something has happened, now they all jump on it and they're all ready to be soccer fans once again so that they can, mock the U.S. team for losing, which I thought patriotism. But either way, all of that happening, all of that prelude, let's get into it, shall we?
The U.S. women's soccer team has lost. God. They've been knocked out. It's all over for them, with many people blaming Megan Rapinoe for missing a penalty kick, costing them their standing in the tournament. Now, Donald Trump is roasting them. Everyone seems to be gloating and laughing, and it's kind of sad.
Keep in mind, everyone means conservatives and people who watch soccer, and literally everybody else in the States does not care, because nobody heard about this.
We should be cheering
it's the United States.
for the
It's soccer.
American team to win.
Yeah, shouldn't you?
These big worldly tournaments, no matter what it may be it soccer or otherwise. The issue is that Megan Rapinoe is an insufferable, woke, entitled, arrogant individual.
So, did you notice all of those were just like so let's talk about that really quick. That little like fun list that he's got there. Did you notice that like he wanted to he spent a lot of time on woke because like let's be honest, all the rest of it all just informs her being woke, which is just being aware of social justice and being aware of systemic inequality and everything and whatever else being woke means these days. And that's the actual thing. She's insufferable because she's woke. She's arrogant because she's woke. She's all of these things all because she's woke. That's the reason. What woke is to Tim Pool, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get an answer from anybody what woke exactly is. It seems like it's just a, we've said it before. It's just a catch-all term. But again, the weird thing is these guys want to talk about being patriots and being supporters of America. But when it's a women's soccer team, not very supportive of the American team, are we? Not very patriotic, are we? Not very. That's not very patriot. Not a very good patriotic moment. Now is it?
In a viral video from a few years ago, she's screaming about how I deserve this. You think I'm kidding? No, she's literally holding the trophy going, I deserve this.
Well,
I deserve it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just so awful.
Wait, are they talking about? Wait, I think I saw that earlier. Wasn't that like? God, these guys. Okay, wait. Let's see. No. I wanna. What? Oh, sorry. Here we go. Can I just see the clip? Do I have to like wade through? Oh my God, so cringe. Did a dance. Like this at the end of the day is this is the quality of the critique here. Is it's like, oh, you did a dance that was cringy. Can I get a short, please? Oh my God, why is this so hard to find? Can I just see the? Do I have to go to? Okay, fine. Let's see. I feel like it has to be pretty high up on the list, right? Because people, if I type in deserve, is that gonna give me the video I want? What's worse is I literally saw I know exactly what video. I literally saw it earlier today. But I didn't think I'd have to fucking, what's it called? Wait. What did Trump say? I'm curious. The quote, shocking and totally unexpected loss by the U.S. women. Yeah, it's called an upset. Team to Sweden is fully emblematic of what is happening to our once great nation. Oh my God. Under Joe Brandon, many of our players were openly hostile to America. No other country behaved in such a manner or even close. Woke equals failure. Nice shot, Megan. The USA is going to hell, MAGA. Okay, can we talk about how like they have to tie like everything to one's patriotism? Like if you ever tripped in your life, it's because you weren't patriotic to these people. If you ever like dropped your piece of toast, your piece of toast with jelly and butter on the ground and it landed face down, it's because you're not American. But I can't find. I don't know why it's so difficult to find all of a sudden. But I'll give you the synopsis here. She's literally holding a trophy, which I believe she earned by winning the tournament or whatever, and said, I deserve this. To which, yeah, if you win the tournament, you do deserve the trophy that says you won the tournament. I don't get what so. But again, it's it's all how dare a woman believe she deserves anything other than making me a sandwich.
It's the difference between
what is this? To me, woke is analogous to identity politics. The right invented the term to shit on people who buy into identity politics without making themselves look like hypocrites because the right use identity politics 24/7. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, let's be clear. Woke is just the rebranding of politically correct, which is a rebranding of trying to remember what the term they used before politically correct, because politically correct was the term that I heard growing up when I was a lot younger. We'd always hear about like, oh, politically correct this, politically correct that, and then they adopted, and then like it turned into woke, and it was something before, but I just don't remember what it was before that. But yeah, it's just the term for doesn't hold right-wing values, basically.
What we come to expect from any victor and woke, entitled Marxist lunatics.
Marxist. I like, he has to, like, does Temple know anything about Marxism? Like, what is the Marx, because she lost a penalty kick, she's a Marxist now? Yes. I do remember when I was listening to Das Kapital. I do remember when Karl Marx spent an entire chapter on the performance of penalty kicks in the sport of football. I do remember that. That is true. Jesus.
It's theirs. It belongs to them. Don't you get it? So it all comes down to a failed penalty kick between Sweden.
Yeah.
And now the U.S. women's team is out, and many people are calling it comeuppance.
Can I see the kick?
Because this woman clearly hates America. She would not sing the national anthem. She led, apparently, other people into not singing the national anthem. So what is the point of having you represent the United States if you so despise the place you live?
Well, it would be to win the country a medal, even though she has critiques of the country. If anything, I would actually say that's like, rather admirable that you have, if you have really strong critiques of, what's it called? Of like a country, but still choose to represent it and, win championships and everything else in its name, because like at the end of the day, you like, your critiques aren't the only thing that define your relationship to the countries. Like, yeah. If I watch the shot, am I going to get DMCA'd? I kind of feel like I will. Oh, is this it? Okay, shut up with all the music. Jesus. So apparently this is the shot. All right, let's see. What do we got? What's the... wait, okay, so score is 2-3. Okay, so if she makes it... okay. Oof. Yeah, happens. Yep, totally happens. Yeah, it's called sports. I don't get what's that unique about it. It's not like every time, every time you, what's it called? Like, you lose at the Olympics, you're like disrespecting the country. You're trying your best for the country. Like, as a representative.
That's a question I have. It seems it's just part of the cultural breakdown that's been happening before us. Well, Donald Trump is weighing in, ragging on Meghan. Nice shot. The U.S. is going to hell. My friends, get woke, go broke comes in many different shapes and sizes.
Oh my God. Get woke, go broke no longer means going broke in terms of money. It just means get woke. Literally anything bad ever happens to you, it's because you're woke. Man, the fucking bar for these guys is pathetic.
And the idea that you can take someone who so despises this country and have them be the face of the team representing
this country. Has she ever said that she despises? Oh, it's 5-4. U.S. women's soccer team was knocked out by knocked out of the World Cup on Sunday, losing 5-4 to Sweden on penalties, with the retiring Megan Rapinoe missing hers. Makes sense. Donald Trump led conservative cheers at the way to cheer against America
for a U.S. women's soccer team that loses but loves this country. And it's funny because I know there's going to be a bunch of lefties and...
wait, but if they hated the country but they still won, would you care? You still want the victory, don't you?
Woke people being like, you'd rather lose? I would rather someone represent this country with honor, grace, and dignity.
What about talent?
And it doesn't mean
it's a sports competition. What about
I'd
talent?
like them to be the best.
Wait, you don't you don't want the best?
I do not want to win at any cost.
I want
to be proud of the hard work we put in. I want to be proud of those who wear the name United States of America. I want to say, you know what? You tried your best with grace, with humility, and you didn't make it. But you know what? We believe in you. I can't say this.
No, literally, Tim Pool's arguing that, like, he'd rather you be more patriotic and lose at, like, a World Cup or any sporting competition than like, win and actually have talent.
To Megan Rapinoe, she's a nasty person. She figuratively spits on people, insults people, hates this country, and believes she deserves all of it.
I also don't know what he means.
Represents a large portion of this country perfectly. And the Huffington Post, they agree.
We're gonna turn Tim down.
Article from when she was screaming how she deserves it.
What's funny to me also?
Like, yes, queen.
Let's turn this down. What I also find like really funny.
I think of a time
is when you like Tim Pool is a type of guy who's, you know, will bitch and moan about virtue signaling, and that's a good point, Sol. Like bitch and moan about virtue signaling, but then like engage almost immediately in the most flagrant virtue signal. At the end of the day, Megan Rapinoe and everybody on that team's job is to win soccer games for the United States. That's it. That is their job. Their job is to win championships, win games in our name. Nothing else. But like Tim Pool, like the inevitable loser that he is, would rather lose games so that they can be more patriotic. In that case, Tim, go get all the MAGA chuds off of Twitter. Have all the MAGA chud Karens play soccer. They'll be the most patriotic people ever, and they can all fucking lose to every other nation's teams. Like, fuck off.
Because she hates this country. The team lost 5-4 to Sweden on penalties, crashing out in the second round.
You know what the worst thing about that is that it's lost to penalties. That like the game came down to just a bunch of penalty kicks. That's the bullshit. But you know that happens.
Exit ever.
Somebody has to lose.
Trump's longtime nemesis. Are you joking with that? Megan Rapinoe missed a penalty, ending her last World Cup. On
Actually, the only reason why I even know who Megan Rapinoe is because she got into it with Trump, right? Like I only know her name because didn't she like refuse to go? Wasn't she like, yeah, I'm not going to the White House. This dude's a fascist. I'm good. Like that's the only reason I know about her is because of her interaction with Trump. And since he is nothing if not a petty little bitch, he obviously kept an eye on this game and was waiting for them to lose a game so he could go like, Megan, if only you were here to make America great again. But you weren't, so of course you lost to the Swedes. Who even loses to the Swedish anyway? Like, yeah, like my dude had that fucking thing loaded in the barrel. That tweet or whatever was fucking written like a year ago, loaded in, and he was just waiting for the send button.
Disappointing note. Rapinoe 38 will retire after the tournament with 2 World Cup titles and Olympic gold medal.
Amazing.
The outspoken Rapinoe is...
Oh, keep in mind, those are 2 World Cup titles for the U.S. Keeping that in mind.
As well known for her activism and support for left-wing causes as she is for her sporting achievements.
Which is the real crime.
On Sunday singled her out as usual for particular opprobrium. Now, there's another big soccer star who's come out and said they've become completely unlikable. Alexi Lalas claims the U.S. women's national team has become unlikable after players failed to sing the national anthem at the World Cup and says the players risk becoming irrelevant over their...
USWNT have come under fire after some refuse to sing national anthem. Who the fuck sing? I don't even sing the national anthem. I just stand there and wait for everybody else to get done. USA icon Alexi. Who the fuck is this?
Political stances. Okay. Maybe. I mean, that's...
So, literally one person? Okay.
Might be why. It could also be this.
Oh, we're going to see the video.
For you a video of Megan Rapinoe.
Oh, okay,
y'all
okay.
Can just hear for yourselves why people despise Rapinoe. Just absolutely despise her.
What do you have to say?
Tim, Jesus Christ, turn the volume down, my guy.
What do you deserve? I deserve this. You deserve all of it. Everything.
keep in mind, let's all keep in mind also, there's nothing a conservative hates more than a woman bragging. Absolutely. There is nothing conservatives hate more than women who brag about their accomplishments. It is the most like, because keep in mind, if you're a guy, you win, I don't know, you fucking win the Super Bowl. You win, I don't know, you win a NASCAR race. You win, I don't know, whatever, right? If you're a guy, you win some sporting competition and you go out there, you know, you do your dance at the fucking touchdown zone. You know, you're doing NASCAR, you're fucking jizzing all over everybody with your champagne bottle. You know, that's all like, oh, that's really cool. It's really fun. You're a woman who, like, you know, is bragging, being braggadocious about your athletic accomplishment, and now you're insufferable, which leads to, at the end of the day, another element of the which is just another element of the patriarchy, where, you know, when men are bossy, when men are like, you know, are strong, or, you know, whatever, they are leaders, they are delegating, they're in charge, they're taking charge. When women are bossy, they're bitchy, they're annoying, they're pushy, they're everything else under the sun. And that's all any of this is. This is more insecure men who can't deal with women being confident.
What do you have to say?
My God.
What do you deserve?
Tim, we watched it once already.
Worst, most awful people imaginable.
How dare you say you deserve a trophy that you earned?
Who are cheering their loss, I totally get it. I deserve
yeah, Tim, you don't need to totally get it. You're one of them, you moron.
This. And look what the Huffington Post writes. This is back in 2019. Megan Rapinoe holding World Cup trophy and screaming, "I deserve this," is a mood. And they actually write, "Yes, Megan." Is there a yes queen in here? There's got to be somewhere. "I deserve this. I deserve this. Everything." It's just so awful.
That is what happens when you win the World Cup.
It reminds me of Captain America. You ever watch that movie?
Are we really doing this? Are we doing the MCU thing, Tim? Tim, you're gonna invoke the MCU. You're gonna bring Thanos in. You're gonna bring Sam Cedar in. You better watch it, my guy.
And here you got a character played by Chris Evans, who's fairly woke. But this character, Steve Rogers, is like, "I am going to die for my country." He doesn't want fame. He doesn't want fortune. He wants to make sure he is doing his duty to his countrymen. And so he tries lying his way to join the army. What a message in that movie. And then you have
it's a fictional character, Tim. Captain America isn't real. Like, he's not real, man. Steve Rogers doesn't exist. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Captain Marvel, another Marvel movie. And in this movie, you have a woman who, a guy on a motorcycle says you should smile, and so she smirks, and then robs the guy, stealing his clothing and his motorcycle. Yo, that's like, is that grand theft? Stealing a motorcycle like that? And you're supposed to cheer for that.
Are we really doing this, Tim? Are we doing the fictional character A did a thing and fictional character? It's called different characters. You can't just have a team of all Captain America. That'd be incredibly fucking boring. What? God, this is why. Dude, like, this is why they all fucking suck at media analysis. They're so, like, this is why nobody listened to the Snyder Cut kids either. Because they are so fucking bad at, like, understanding characters, how to write characters, how to do literally fucking anything with art. God, these are like the most unartistic people I've ever seen in my life. Jesus.
The perspective difference. I don't think it's necessarily men and women. I don't think that's fair. I think it's left and right.
Oh
Because
my
obviously
God.
they're conservative.
Wait, are they
arguing with the message of self-sacrifice, honor, duty, dignity.
Are they arguing?
It is crazy.
He's not. No,
that we have
no,
become
don't
a
do
country that upholds.
Don't
such
tell me you're trying to argue Captain America
like
is
Megan
conservative.
Rapinoe. And that's what Alexi Lalas is basically saying. United States soccer legend Alexi Lalas believes the women's team have become unlikable after a section of players failed to sing the Star Spangled Banner. Bro, it is so
one person's
much
opinion.
more than that. So much more.
So much more.
USA
so
were
much
knocked
more.
into the World Cup on Sunday after a dramatic penalty shootout to defeat Sweden. But before the game started, 6 players chose not to sing the national anthem. In previous World Cup,
okay. I'm sorry. Am I crazy? Do they not have a person singing the national anthem? Am I like? Do I not know how sports work anymore? Do they not bring in an actual singer, and instead it's up to the players of the country they're representing to sing their national anthem? They should have sung like the Soviet Rush national anthem. That's what they should have done.
Group ties against Vietnam, the Netherlands, and Portugal. The majority of Latko and Anovsky's side have not sung along to the national anthem. About that, the controversy has seen a number of voices speaking out. Wait a minute.
Go back.
The majority
in previous World Cup ties. Now the majority of the side have not sung along. What? Wait, in previous Women's World Cup group ties against Vietnam, the Netherlands and Portugal, the majority of Vlatko that side have not sung along to the net. So it's literally meaningless then. Okay, cool. Yeah, because not everybody sings the national anthem when they do it in stadiums. Most people just put their head down. Some people sing it. Some people just kind of stare off and wait for it to all to end.
Majority of Latko and Anovsky's side have not sung along to the national anthem. About that, the controversy has seen a number of voices speaking out against the team, with American media personality Megyn Kelly saying she hopes the players lost to Sweden and called them shameful.
Megyn Kelly,
it's
no.
tough. It's tough.
It's really funny how like irrelevant Megyn Kelly is.
I want them to lose. You know what's funny?
Yes, he did. Let's be clear, he did.
Everyone's roasting and making fun of Megan Rapinoe and the U.S. women's team and all that stuff, and I'm like, dude, they won a lot. Like, what did they win, the last 2 or something like that?
Yeah, they did win.
And so what happens is...
Wait, was it the last 2 World Cups? You want them to win 3 World Cups in a row? Like, come on.
Some guys will, get down and pray after scoring a touchdown, and they get yelled at.
Losers.
Some guys will say, look, our opponents, they played really, really well, but we put in that extra effort. We think they played a great game. And some guys will be like, I'm the best.
Didn't conservatives lose their mind? Or at the very least, I feel like this happened, but like, correct me if I'm wrong. But didn't conservatives lose their fucking mind when some player was like very congratulatory towards their opponent, and conservatives were losing their shit about like, oh my God, they're so weak, that's why they lost, and all this shit, like, and everyone was like, it's sportsmanship. I feel like that happened, but maybe I'm Mandela affecting that one.
But that's not typical. Mostly you see these people try to be humble, these athletes. Why is it?
Oh yeah, women's athletes, legendarily known for being humble.
I deserve this. Wow. Well, Megan, you deserve this too. You deserve a humiliating defeat. It's karma, baby. What goes around comes around. This is what...
I don't know how humiliating it is. If you won 2 previous World Cups and like you got knocked out this year, I feel like that's pretty like on par with because not a lot of teams go to the World Cup twice in a row. Usually it's what's it called? Like to win like 3 World Cups in a row would be kind of crazy. I kind of don't feel like it's all that, like, if anything, they're probably thankful they get a break. Like shit, they get to just watch the rest of the World Cup tournament.
Humble. I've had
be more like Tim Pool, be humble.
Where
he wears a beanie every single day. He never takes that beanie off.
And snooty. And, I remember in my life watching a skate video, and I see this skater, and I'm just like hanging out with my friends, and I'm just making fun of him. Like, look how awful. It's so dumb. Why does this guy get a part? So stupid. This guy's a loser. And then a few years later, I meet the guy, the nicest guy in the world, and he's like shaking my hand. He's like, bro, it was really nice to meet you, man. You were really...
So Tim Pool telling us a story about how he's a piece of shit. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, Tim, for humbling yourself by admitting that, yes, in fact, you are an utter piece of shit. Thank you.
Wow,
Thanks for
I'm
that.
really impressed. I'm such a big, that's so cool. And I'm just like, now I feel really bad. And I'm like, why would I say those awful things? Why would I sit there and be that way? You don't want to be that way.
Because you're a bad person,
That's why
Tim.
you never know. You never know when karma comes your direction. If Megan Rapinoe was a
somehow
humble
Tim
person,
never learned that lesson.
Go, I deserve this.
And
America
decided
sucks.
to shut his mouth about
And
somebody he's never met.
We'd be like, Megan, it's okay. We're here for you. We got your back. Thank you for everything you've done. Instead, we're like, you deserve this. You deserve this, Megan. You deserve all of it.
Yeah, because Tim, Tim. What you're engaging in and what you're failing to understand is what you have is not being humble. You're engaging in spite, my friend. You're a spiteful person. I don't, unfortunately, have another way to tell you this, but the reason why you dislike people before knowing anything about them and dance on people's, losses because you don't like their politics isn't because they're not humble. It's because you're spite-filled and you're a small person. That's why. That's the actual reason why.
Of it. Telling the future with what you said, huh? Everything that happened with his humiliating defeat.
My God, he spends 21 minutes on this?
She laughed. She laughed when she missed. Oh, how embarrassing. That's why I'm like, did she spike the game on purpose? Seriously. She hates this country. She wants to go out to bang.
Yes.
Here's how you do it.
We can't leave without some good old
team,
conspiracy.
say F you to this country, and then laugh as you walk away.
She does know that they get paid more if they win, right? Like,
really? Wow. You deserve this. Megan Rapinoe explains why she was laughing after missing crucial penalty kick as the USA lost to Sweden at the women's.
Are we really doing like armchair psychologist? No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Get me out of here. We're not doing this. We're not doing this at all. Because this has gone from like petty to like actively really stupid really, really quickly. All right. Oh my goodness. It's just spite. It's spite. You're a spiteful person, and you're a small person for that also. A small, spiteful little beanied man. You know the thing that they tell, like at the end of all YouTube videos where they tell you to like click on one of these like things to watch more videos. Yeah, I've been meaning to film one of those. So that's what I was doing. I was just setting it up to film one.